Hi, I'm Cody Huffstedler, host of the Dying to Tell You podcast and palliative care chaplain. I'm going to talk a little bit more today about cultivating longevity as a healthcare worker. I already talked a little bit about what I call the framework, which I think is actually a mindset for how to cultivate longevity as a healthcare worker. And I think there are three elements to that. The first that I already talked about is that we see the primary work of a healthcare worker as developing personal awareness. The second that I already talked about is approaching that development with curiosity rather than judgment. And the third, which I want to talk about today, is self-compassion. It goes along with curiosity, but self-compassion. I'm a fan of Eckhart Tolle, and he describes developing awareness something like this. He says that someday you will be going along and you will lose yourself in an emotion or a thought or a reaction, and you'll notice it maybe an hour later. And then the next time you'll notice it maybe 30 minutes later. And then the next time maybe 15 later.
And then the next time you might notice it while it's happening. And then the next time you might notice it while before it's happening and might be able to stop it. But he also says that inevitably the next time you won't notice it for 2 hours. And that's the way it goes. This is not a linear journey towards awareness. And so it's appropriate for us to have compassion, to let ourselves off the hook for what we see as failures, because they're not actually failures as long as we become aware at some point. Any awareness is a win, even if it's a day later. Any awareness is a step toward more awareness. And so we stop seeing these failures as failures and we see them as wins as soon as we start to become aware of them. And that's the mindset for cultivating longevity as a healthcare worker. We see our primary work as developing awareness. We start letting ourselves off the hook for things that we would have seen as failures and start seeing them as opportunities. And we start approaching those opportunities with curiosity. And that is how you develop personal awareness. And personal awareness is the superpower that will help you cultivate longevity. Promise.